Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee out here doing a little work in my greenhouse this morning. I got my coffee with me here, and I'm starting to transplant some seedlings. I'm going to show you guys how I go about doing that. I stagger plant, and what that means is I plant my vegetables about 2 weeks apart of the same type of vegetable. That way everything doesn't get ripe at the same time, and it gives me a little bit more time to preserve that stuff or use it. If everything gets ripe at the same time, you're going to be canning like crazy to try to keep up with that stuff so you can get it at the prime time for preserving. I'm going to tip my camera down here real quick, explain a little bit what I'm doing here today. I got my seedling trays here. I got cabbage and I got my cherry tomatoes. They've been doing really well for me. I'm going to show you here real quick. These leaves, these seed leaves on here are cotyledons, and as long as the seedling only has those, you don't want to transplant them. You want them to grow a little bit further. But you can see here I'm starting to get true leaves on these seedlings. So I'm going to start transplanting these. It's a little early yet. It'd be nicer if they'd be a little bit bigger, but I want to start some more seeds under my grow lights, and I only have so much grow light space, so these guys are going to have to make do out here in the greenhouse. I'm going to show you just real quick here how I go about doing this. First thing you're going to need is some kind of container. You can use styrofoam cups. I'm actually using these cut off water bottles today, and you need to mix up some dirt. Either have seed mix or some homemade concoction like I got here. And what I have, show you here a little bit what it looks like. This is a half commercial potting mix and a half ground from the woods, and I got this mixed up. And all you do is you're going to take your container, you're going to dump some of your potting mix into it, about 2/3 to 3/4 of the way full. Then, because these plants right here are actually fairly well spaced apart, all you're going to do is going to reach in here and you're going to try to leave as much ground on here as you can so you don't disturb the roots, just like this. You can kind of see a little bit of the roots sticking out of the bottom, and you're going to place that right into the container like so. Press it down so it makes good, the roots make good contact with the soil. Now I'm going to actually give this guy a little drink of water here. And if he wants to tip, all you got to do is take a little more ground, put it around the stem, and press down just like that. And that's basically what it looks like. This is a cabbage plant. I'm going to set him over here with his brothers. Tip the camera back up here. And what I'm doing is I'm taking these plants that I'm transplanting into these small containers. I'm going to put these in a small box, and that way if it gets really cold outside yet, I can take them and move them inside so they don't get too much of a shock from the cold. I do have a small heater out here in my greenhouse, so I've been keeping the temperature above 40 degrees most of the time. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys how I go about transplanting my seedlings into the smaller containers, so you can let them grow a little bit further, and then in about 3 to 4 weeks, those guys are going to actually go out in the garden, and then they're going to get covered with milk jugs to give them a little bit more protection. And by the time we get to mid-May here in Michigan, they'll be starting to do real well. So anyway, just wanted to share this information with you guys. Hopefully you guys got a little information on how I go about doing my seedlings here. But anyway, this is Modern Refugee. I appreciate all my subscribers out there, and I hope you guys have a great day.